everyone.
Hi.
We made a video when we went out and picked up our RV, and we held off publishing it because it was quite lengthy, and there was also the request that the dealer employee that showed us around to the different features of our RV not be video or not be distinguishable in the video. So we had to blur out the face, and quite frankly, when we first started all this, we really didn't know how. I should say I didn't know how, but since then I've been able to pick up on how to do that, and we've put together the video, and there are two parts. The first part is a tour of the outside, the engine compartment, and the very first part of the inside. The whole video is a little over an hour long, so that's why we split it up into two parts, so we don't burden you with having to watch an hour of all of that. Be aware that during the video at the dealership there was a lot of construction going on and a lot of noise, so you're going to hear all that. But hopefully you'll be able to hear the general RV employee that took us through and described all the different features of our RV. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you again at the beginning of part 2.
You go with Terry. I'll do the exterior.
Okay. Hang on, let me put my camera working here.
Well, let's just pull it like that. Have you driven a truck before?
I've not driven a truck like this.
We drove the test truck. We tested it. You test drove it all right?
Yeah.
We have not.
One like this, no.
One thing we do have to find out there is this does, I believe, has the cables where we can empty the tanks for the air brakes. If we don't find those on our walk today, you're going to have to go in the owner's manual and find out where they are in this particular model.
I thought this model didn't have the air brakes.
It doesn't. If it doesn't, then we don't have to worry about it. So usually these have the air brakes, and you have to pull those cables to get the water out of those tanks. If it doesn't, then we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Let's go and look at the other side. This is real important, okay, for your washer fluid.
Okay.
So you're going to be in there a lot because it's right there.
Washer fluid. Okay. Yep. Looks like we're going to need some here soon.
You got your coolant here. Check your oil.
With the yellow dipstick?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's there.
All right.
Brake fluid.
Brake fluid. Okay.
This is probably trans fluid. Yeah.
Trans fluid. Okay. Cool.
Our power steering fluid there.
All right.
Looks like a lot of fun, huh? Did you have fun driving it?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. How'd it ride?
It rode pretty good.
I had a guy last night that did the exact same one. He goes, I read online that this kind of drives like a truck. I'm like, it is a truck. So. We'll get in here a little bit later.
Okay.
All right. If you guys have owned a camper before, you know that you need to go through all these joints, make sure they stay sealed up.
Yep.
Check them once a year.
Yep.
Check the ones on the roof.
Uh-huh.
Make sure everything seals up. Either have us do it or have do it yourself. But
Okay.
these get a tiny bead of silicone. The roof gets self-leveling caulk. Okay. You just roll a bead of it out.
Yeah,
and
the
it flattens out. I'm going to have the slides in for now, so we can see in here, and then we'll open them up. Be careful, they are washing this one. This floor gets very, very slippery, so try to stay over this way.
Okay.
On the slides, You do have slide toppers already on here. Have you had those before?
No.
Okay, so those are going to roll out as we take the slides out.
Mm-hmm.
That way we don't have to get up there and brush off any debris or anything before the slides go back in.
Okay.
Okay. The only thing I would tell you is if you are camping for months and months at a time, a month or so, in the same spot, you're going to want to get up there and look in there and make sure there's no birds' nests or anything like that. Over the weekend, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. The def.
Def tank, you know what that's all about?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So diesel emission fluid, or as I like to say, don't ever forget. Make sure you always have DEF in there.
Absolutely.
All right, it will run on without it. Goes into like a limp mode, runs like crap.
Yeah.
Just good enough for you to get to the next place where you can buy some DEF.
We've already been buying it, so just to have the extra.
Don't keep it too long. It's got about a 6-month shelf life.
Yeah, it's down in the basement where it's nice and cool. So I hear the higher the temperature, the lower the.
This is your generator. All right, you can start it here. You're never going to. You're going to start it inside all the time. There are a couple breakers here that we need to make sure are always on. And then you also have coolant and oil fills here.
And oil, okay.
Okay, this is oil. The other one's coolant. This front does not come off, so I don't have to tell you not to take it off.
Okay.
A lot of people get these into a warm climate and think, I'm going to take the lid cover off this, make sure it doesn't overheat, and they would definitely overheat when you do that.
Yeah.
We'll start that when we get inside.
Okay.
Uh-oh, cops are here.
How are you?
That's just all storage.
There's a bunch of drugs they found. It's really nice in there.
We got to get past these two down here.
I'm sure that'll be the last time I see it like that, huh? Another storage compartment.
More storage, goes all the way through. All these lights over on the side here just are on and off.
Oh, okay.
Toggle switch.
All right.
Extra screw we don't need.
So they all have lights in them?
Yeah, all the cargo ones do.
Okay.
Okay, the fun stuff.
Yep.
Now, are you guys familiar with this water system?
I am. I've never used it, but I've read a lot about it.
Okay.
I
Does
noticed-
not get any easier than this.
No, you just follow the diagrams on the.
Right, whatever you're doing, if you're dry camping, the knobs are going to look like that. City water knobs are going to look like that. If you're going to winterize this yourself, there is a step. Watch the video online. Great videos on this online. But there's one step where you put all these at a 45 and then blow it out. Because there's 2 lines on each one, so you want to get both.
Okay.
All right. This is just a little shower hose for those guys when they get all muddy.
Yeah.
Your city water connections here.
Okay.
This is your black tank flush. All right. So
Where are you pointing to? Oh,
This
okay.
right here.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
once
we've got
you-
one of those currently.
Yeah, nice thing. Get that tank a little cleaner.
Yes.
I had a customer over the summer that hooked up, and they called me and said, "Hey, I've been filling my freshwater tank for 2 hours. I can't get any water, but I got water coming out of my roof." So they had hooked up here and filled the black tank up, filled the standpipe up, and it was pouring out the roof.
Wow.
I was really tempted to say, "Hey, flush the toilet and let me know what happened." But water pump switch.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there another switch on the inside?
You're very rarely going to use this one.
Okay.
You're going to do it inside. And then some cable connections for an antenna. Say you go someplace and they have a community antenna that hook up there.
I was just wondering why there was two of them.
One was cable. One says cable, one says satellite or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Satellite. Okay.
I think that's it in here. Low point drains,
Okay.
and your drain for your white tank or your freshwater tank.
The
Okay,
blue.
so these will be your low point.
So the red's the low point?
These two are going to be low points. I believe that one is your freshwater tank.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And you got a filter over there for your water. When you're hooking up here to city water, a lot of these places have absolute crap for water.
Right.
Put an inline
Yeah, that's what we're planning to do.
filter in there, plus a water pressure regulator. Make sure that,
Got that.
Yeah, you don't go get crazy on the water compression. All right.
Absolutely.
Gonna do one other thing while we're over here.
Hot water tank?
Just basic hot water heater.
Okay.
Okay. No
This
anode
is-
rod on this one.
Right, it's a Suburban, yeah.
All right. So there's just a plastic plug. No switch here. Does have an air relief valve. And this is probably still in bypass.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, it's supposed to be ready to camp.
No, it's supposed to be winterized.
So it's winterized when you leave, but when I show you guys, it's supposed to be ready to camp.
Oh, I gotcha.
So,
Now, do you, when we winterize, do you normally leave the plug out?
yeah.
Okay. Because that's the way I do it on our current one. It's not the Suburban, it's got the magnesium rod. I usually take that out and just lay it right inside.
Yeah, that's fine. This would do, you do the same thing, just uncork that. It'd be bypassed on the inside. You know how to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I understand what I'm doing there.
Okay, good. Let's go back around here. This one does have a bumper. You can put your sewer hose up in if you want to.
So, yes, okay.
And a backup your backup camera's up here.
Uh-huh.
You guys gonna tow anything with this?
Yes.
What are you towing?
We're flat towing a Jeep.
Okay, you're already set up with that. It's got
Right, we got
base
the
plate.
Demco, we got the base plate. The only thing that I'm not clear about is the actual height. I don't think looking at it right now, it doesn't look like I'm going to have to drop it.
Okay. If you do, we have that stuff here. So.
Yeah. Okay.
What's our weight on this thing? 250. Okay, I'm not going up there. But
I can.
you can. I'm not.
I'm not going to right now. Well, actually, I probably should.
Well, you can't go up there because of the insurance company. But if you want to take a look at the roof, I can get a ladder alongside the staircase.
I just want to make sure the solar panel's up there. That's all.
Okay.
Did you want to show the power compartment as well?
The what?
The final end compartment. Is there anything in here that I need to be?
Not really. Everything in there kind of works by itself. You've got a transfer switch in there. Whenever you turn the generator on,
Yep.
transfer switch is shutting the power to this off.
Okay, so we got a magnet dimensions inverter.
Okay. Your inverter, you remember that's going to keep your TV, you can run a TV and some outlets when you're going down the road. Your refrigerator on this one's a 12 volts, so you don't really need the inverter for that.
Yeah. Do you know what the black box is? I'm not familiar with that.
That's going to be the solar charger.
Charge controller? Okay. Cool. All right.
Okay. Storage.
Yeah, that's pretty big. Nice. Another storage. This is the water tanks as well. Or the black. Maybe the black and gray, or I think that's black and gray because the water tank's under the bed.
At least they're up nice and high, so they're close to away from the cold. extra outlets out here.
Oh yeah.
This one actually has a GFI right on it. Right, any of the other ones that go off that don't have a GFI on them, hit the GFI in the bathroom, those will come back on.
I got a toolkit.
All right, that toolkit is for your tie rod kit on the front.
Okay.
There's nothing in there that can help you do anything else. There's no point in getting in there. Keep that on board, keep that intact, because when we find to change those tires up front, the guy's gonna need that.
Okay.
So that just stays on board until we get a flat.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds good. And
Question?
yeah, so this looks like a marker light.
Yes.
Okay.
This is your furnace. Exhaust for the furnace. Suggest we get a cover for that. The bugs can get up in here. They can't get inside. But
Yeah, we've got one for our current one, so we'll have to buy another one.
Spin bar. Got a bit of a. Oh, that is a cool feature. The steps down here. There's a switch inside. If you want to poke your head in there.
Okay.
See the step switch.
I see porch lights, power, step. Yeah. Just turn it on.
So that will let us control whether or not that goes in and out all the time.
Sure. Go right here. Okay.
I can't wait till we do this in the other building. Too noisy.
Oh, the construction. Yeah.
All right, so here's our propane tank.
Yeah. It's pretty high. I didn't know it was that high. That's good.
We do have a gauge in there and a gauge upstairs. We can read from inside.
Okay.
Yellow cap is just for the guy that's going to be filling it.
Uh-huh.
We're not going to mess with that. On and off knob is here.
Uh-huh.
That's a air relief. You won't mess with that either.
Okay.
They did give you an extra quick disconnect in case you want to hook up a barbecue grill on this side.
Sure. Cool. Batteries.
Those are your coach batteries.
Do you know what the amperage hours are on those? Are they hundreds or?
These are 26 and 27, so these are the larger batteries.
But you can't tell with the 27D. I was just kind of wondering because there's calculations that you can run to figure out how long they're going to last depending on what your draw is. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Let's do this awning real quick.
Okay.
Once we see the little flap come down,
Yep.
we stop. If we continue, have our finger on the button, it will actually roll up on top of the canvas. Don't want to do that.
Right.
You want it to drop this down a little more. And you can reach it, you can grab this, drop it down. You can do that on both sides.
Is that? Do I hear it locking? Is that click, or is that just? Oh, okay.
Just want to make sure that if you do this, and you can do it on one side or the other or both sides, and then just remember we get this back straight before we retract it.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
This This does not have a wind sensor on it.
Right.
Don't have it out in the wind.
Yeah.
Don't have it out when you're sleeping or when you're not here.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have any questions on the outside?
No, not so far.
Let's go in and start it up and put the slides out. I'm going to check to make sure we're good.
Here, hold this for me, please. It's still running. I just need to. Come on, babies. Up. You.
Said they need an extra
No.
step.
Come on. Go.
We got one.
Go.
It'll fit really nicely under there. One of those four-legged foldables. That was one of the first things we got. Thank you. First looks. Which way you want to go first?
I want to go start it.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing all these slides, everything, none of this is going to work without us starting it first. So.
That's new. That's different.
So now we want to find our slide controls.
Maybe the panel in the back?
Some slides.
Okay.
Don't tell me they changed it.
I'm sorry.
I know ours, we can't do anything with it when it's running.
Well, industry can't get their act together and all get on the same page. Some models you have to have the engine on, some you have to have it off. And I could swear to God, the one I did yesterday, just like this, you had to have it on. So,
Well, you probably do a ton of these things.
yeah. Actually, I have 3 today. I had 3 yesterday. I don't know why they schedule them all at the end of the month, but so you can see with the slides in, we had a pretty decent room in here. You could get around.
Oh yeah.
The bed was, you just have to crawl over there to get into bed. But you could certainly do a night in Walmart's parking lot. All right, so your model, engine off for the slides. Okay.
Okay.
These
can
seats
handle
do
that.
swivel around. That's what they have these for. Those are not for that.
These seats swivel around? I didn't think they did.
I'm gonna check and make sure.
I don't think they do.
Those cushions are for there.
For the bed.
This
Yeah, for
table,
the dinette.
there's actually a lever underneath here.
Uh-huh.
Did you guys get to mess with this or not?
No,
No.
we have one very similar. It's
Okay.
actually looks like the same model.
So you just push the lever over to this
Yeah.
side, and then
And
the
then it
whole
pulls
thing will
down.
push down.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna need those cushions to fill in the space.
Gotcha.
We do have storage underneath.
Yay.
This just looks like that is a whole bed. Did you guys get to take that out or?
I understood it to be a jackknife, but you know, I realized
Let's
things
see.
change.
With the supply chain thing the way it is, you never know.
Yep. Oh,
So it's a whole bed.
a whole bed.
Oh,
Wow,
nice.
cool. Well, that's a plus. We weren't expecting that.
And then this just pushes forward.
And then that goes in between. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, nice.
And if you don't want the company, it's just a couch.
And that's the way it will be most of the time.
Looks easy enough. Mom will sit on the dinette set.
Unless she wants to watch TV, which she doesn't do much of.
Not when she's ready for bed. Ooh, getting warm.
It's all just storage.
Huh?
You guys interested in all getting internet on here?
We actually have our own router right now that we use.
Okay. Alright.
We've got a Cradle Point router that we use. It's a 600 that we use for our internet. We have 2 SIMs in it. We have an Amazon, or not an Amazon, Verizon and AT&T.
Perfect.
And we can switch them. Takes a little bit to switch them, but we can do it.
Let's go back down here for 1 second.
Sure. Just right here.
Solar charge controller. Okay. This one I know we need the engine for. Are you familiar with this leveling system?
I am not. So anything you tell me is going to be brand new.
All right. So power button. Guess what?
You can run it.
We can go ahead and run this, I believe, because it did power up. Really simple. Probably not going to work. Parking brake I know is on. Ignition, it says we don't need the ignition on. Stupid. It's because they're down already.
Ah.
Tracked all. So one thing to remember when these are down, if you forget and you go up there and you start it up and jam this thing in gear, it's going to do an emergency dump. It's coming down in a big hurry. Try not to do that.
Yeah, it's we have a checklist that we go through, and it's going to have a few things added to it now.
While it's pulling those up, this is just a monitor for your solar. All right, it's telling you the condition of your battery. All right, if we hit this, we can actually see how many amps you're pulling down and charging the battery with.
Okay.
Obviously, we're not getting anything
Right.
inside. Other than that, just doesn't really, it's nothing to turn on or off. It's basically a monitor.
Okay.
All right, we got some light switches. This is our
Porch light.
awning lights.
Okay.
Power step is going to be for this.
Okay. Yep.
All right, to turn that off. And then
That's the stairwell.
stairwell lights. Awning extend. I'm going to retract that now. Doesn't go real fast, so don't wait till those storm clouds are right on top of you.
Yeah. Currently ours doesn't go that fast either, so.
This the porch light is right out here.
Okay, so that's the side light.
This light right here.
Okay. Alright. Yep. I see it. I'm surprised it's white. But
Yeah, you'd think they'd make it yellow so it doesn't attract so many bugs.
yeah.
And then that you turn the living room lights on there.
That's nice that you can do that without having to come in.
Right. And the battery shut off.
Right.